Welcome back to Caribe Royale, Night of Champions, Boxlab Promotions, live on the Zone. And in our opening bout of the evening, we're going to the Super Featherweight division. I'm excited about this one. These guys are hungry. They're ready. Roberto Gomez is taking on Wilmer Soto, and this is the opening of our 5-fight card here tonight. The fans are piling in. We are ready to get the action started. Karan Bhatia on the call, joined by Justin Goosen Brown and Michael Woods. And let's get our first fight to the ring. For the first time tonight, let's get into the ring. Here's Mark Fretto.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we welcome to the blue corner from Canalete, Colombia, Wilmer Soto.
Proudly representing Colombia, there is Wilmer Soto. Calls himself more of a puncher than a boxer, and he carries the experience edge in here tonight, Woodsy.
The experience edge, but also of the 18 times he has lost, 9 of them has been via stoppage. That could be the situation here once again.
Wilmer Soto, the hungry challenger here tonight. And let's get his opponent to the ring. One more time, here's Mark.
And now his undefeated opponent makes his way to the red corner from Dade City, Florida, Roberto Rivera Gomez.
I said yes in 1 second. Those are the words of the man making his way to the ring, Roberto Gomez, when he was offered this fight. Justin, he calls this an opportunity of a lifetime to fight on the Zone.
Yeah, no, he did not take any time. He got right back over to those fighter meetings, and I'm excited to see him. He's an athletic, very reactive young featherweight.
5-0 here at Caribe Royale. It's a home away from home. His last fight didn't last long. A quick TKO won. Clearly, he's looking to build on that momentum. And as we mentioned, this is the first of 5 big fights here at Caribe Royale. And let's take a look at how these fighters match up. Here is the tail of the tape. And you see the age difference there, guys. Close in height, close in weight, but I think everyone's circling the age as the big difference here.
The age being the difference maker. Young gun, Roberto Gomez, 23 years old. He's on the ascent. I expect that to continue.
The fighters are in the ring. They are ready. The crowd is ready. We are ready. Let's get this one started. Here's Mark Fretto.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Orlando, Florida and Caribe Royale. This is Caribe Royale Night of Champions, airing exclusively worldwide on the Zone. Our opening contest this evening is scheduled for 6 rounds in the Super Featherweight division, brought to you by Boxlab Promotions, and is presented by Caribe Royale Orlando. Embrace the moment, live Royale. Puncher's Chance, supporting all willing to take a chance, surrender to nothing. O2 Sports Insurance, the #1 sports insurance coverage in the USA, and Rival Boxing Gear, a global leader. The judges scoring this contest are David DeYoung, Efrain Lebron, and Shami Shipman. And controlling the action when the bell sounds, the referee in charge is Massimo Manzanini. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. As a professional, his record stands with 24 victories, 18 defeats, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. He wears blue with yellow and white and hails from Canalete, Colombia. Please welcome Wilmer Soto. His opponent is undefeated, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. As a professional, his resume is a perfect one. 6 bouts, 6 victories, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He wears green with gold and hails from Dade City, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Roberto Rivera Gomez.
There you go, guys. Tenemos que respetar la regla y respetar él. Speak, okay? Okay, touch him up.
And Roberto Gomez from Dade City, Florida, which is about an hour west of here. And so the fans have traveled to support their man. Remember, his last 5 bouts have been here at Caribe Royale, and he's won some of those in spectacular fashion, looking to build upon that here tonight. This fight is scheduled for 6 rounds in the Super Featherweight division. Roberto Gomez in the green trunks. Wilmer Soto in the blue and yellow trunks. Karan Bhatia on the call, joined by Justin Goosen Brown and Michael Woods. We're coming to you live on DAZN from Caribe Royale in Orlando. This is Boxlab Promotions Night of Champions. And guys, let's get it started.
Can I make a statement here? I come in from New York, and I come to New York, Florida, and it's hot and it's humid. It always strikes me as strange whenever guys are not sweated up and warmed up when in Florida. I know there's air conditioning and everything, but it's strange to me. I'm sorry. I'm old school like that. Get a sweat going.
Yeah, they're taking their
a sweat
time to
going.
start
I
this
don't know.
first round, especially Gomez. He's really trying to feel him out. But look, Gomez has a lot of speed, and once that gets going, I think that will even play more of a factor than the age. He's got some real fast hands, and like I said, very reactive.
We saw some of the hand speed there for Gomez. Those punches were partially blocked, but clearly that will be something that Gomez looks to build upon. And we saw the tail of the tape there, the difference in reach. And remember, that is from the armpit to the end of the fist. And here comes Soto with a quick combination, partially blocked by Gomez, but to Michael Woods' point, I mean, it's a feeling out round, and it sounds like, Woodsy, you wanted to see more preparation in the locker room, right? You wanted to see these guys get a little sweat.
But no, I'm an OG guy, and young people don't think that way so much anymore. Listen, Justin, what you said about reactive, I sense the explosivity in Gomez. There's a little kinetic energy there and pop that I'm standing at attention a little bit right now.
I'll tell you what, he just caught 2 right hands from Soto right on the chin. But, you know, it's interesting. He is trying to press the pace a little bit right now, and he might be trying to come forward and put on a show in front of these hometown fans and everyone watching on his first broadcast. But he's starting to slowly creep his way back in right now.
I like his chill factor, too.
Gomez talked about what this opportunity means. He's fought here before, but this time he's opening up the card on DAZN. It's a big opportunity for him, not just for the fans that came here from Dade City, but for the fans nationally and globally watching on DAZN. And he's got a tough test in Soto, right? You're seeing those body shots. There's a nice combination from Gomez, but this is what we want to see for young fighters, to be tested, and it seems like Gomez right now is answering the call with some quick combinations.
It seems that Gomez is making a choice. He could probably box on the back foot if he chose to, but he's walking in, he's keeping those elbows really tight and he's taking away that uppercut, and he's really short and tight when he answers back with his own hooks.
And next round might be him just being on the back foot and surviving, honestly. I think he's already felt Gomez's power, and let's see how he reacts after this. He could be on the back foot after this.
And that ends round 1. We take a look there into the corner of Wilmer Soto. And we talked about the reach difference, right, listed. It was a 2-inch reach advantage for Soto, right? But that may or may not make a difference. We also spoke about the age differential there, right? So different factors here in terms of their records. We know that Gomez undefeated, 6-0 with 3 knockouts. Soto, he's got the experience edge, right? He's got 42 fights under his belt. So youth versus experience, it's that classic matchup.
Yeah, correct. And he has a lot of experience, but a lot of those have come against top names, including former world title holder Jerwin Akos. But he also was stopped and took a lot of damage in those losses. So he might, you know, we'll see how he holds up tonight if
At
Gomez
a
gets
certain
going.
point, experience becomes a detriment.
Yeah.
So he has tipped the line, I would say, in that. Let's see going forward. We don't want to assume anything, but here we go, Gomez out as a left-hander. A little something different.
Gomez mentioned to us this week that he was 127-7 in the amateurs. He was motivated, that he was fighting as a kid. They said, hey, this is the kid I was telling you about. He had to go to the boxing gym, and he learned boxing at an early age, and now a dream realized. There's a left hand to the body by Gomez.
Okay, guess what? This guy knows how to do it. We've seen other fights where people switch and they don't know so much what they're doing. This guy does. It tells me he's done it before, and he is effective in switching. So that's something that is in his skill set and his arsenal.
Also, he's extremely athletic, and some guys just have that ability to be able to pick up things faster than most.
You see the tight guard there for Gomez. Hands up around his head until it's time to launch those lightning fast punches. Now, one thing in terms of our youth versus experience, you see Gomez in this round at least head hunting versus Soto did go to the body a few times, and that might be a little bit about that youth versus experience dynamic we've been talking about.
Yeah, and he spoke about going southpaw. He actually just kind of got caught right there with a little uppercut. But he might have watched that tape of Ancajas and Akhmadaliev because they both are southpaws, and they were both able to stop Soto.
Gomez landed an uppercut, landed a big left hand. And now he's in the orthodox stance, Gomez is. Working behind the jab. Calls himself a switch hitter. Seeing that in action here tonight.
Now, we do see a little bit as far as balance goes and falling in there a little bit. You know what, though? I like to see that. I'll tell you why. Because it tells me someone is being an aggressor.
Yes, he wants to fight because he's given Soto the fight he wants. He is standing in the pocket, and he is trading with him. And he's smart, and he gets out of it. But in these moments, yes, he is trying to be aggressive.
Big right hand there for Gomez. Moments ago, Soto had Gomez backed up, but Soto wasn't able to land anything cleanly. So we're seeing the defense also on display for the young Gomez.
Soto is not fading in this round. He's keeping his volume up, and he's standing his ground, and so props to him for that.
There's a big right hand for Gomez, and it does look like a small cut on the right eye of Soto, and that could be because of this damage provided by Roberto Gomez.
Yeah, and look, obviously Soto still wants to win this fight because that means another opportunity for him to go in and, if he could take out a young prospect here, it boosts his stock.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know exactly how he does that.
No, it's
his
tough.
power speaks to me as being average or less. So how he does it, I don't know, and I don't think he knows either. A little bit of luck would help.
Yeah, he's just swinging for the fences, and hopefully Gomez walks into one, but.
That will close out round 2 in our opening bout. And let's take a look at that right eye here as Soto takes his seat there. It looks a little red. Not necessarily a big cut or gash, but you can see the redness there.
Yeah, and sometimes that also will come with the amount of wars and fights that he has been, and that swelling starts to that scar tissue kind of goes a little bit faster.
And let me ask you this, guys. So we talked about the differences in youth versus experience. Well, first, let's take a look at some of the action here from round 2. What do you guys see?
Well, you could see as Gomez, he's working his way, and he kind of created a little bit of space by using that shoulder, and he landed a good uppercut. And he's smart that he's using the correct distance in these moments where he's able to land, but Soto isn't able to counter him.
It looked like their heads also got caught up a little bit there, so maybe that was a reason why we saw that cut. But what I was going to say was, we're talking about everything that Gomez is doing better, right? Certainly he's the faster fighter here. He's got youth on his side. We spoke about the difference in reach for Soto. 27 inches to Gomez's 25 inches, and that is from the armpit to the end of the fist, as we saw on the tail of the tape. Is that something that Soto could use to his advantage to try to turn things around?
Yeah, he could try and use it, but the fact is that Gomez has great feet, and that kind of negates that reach when he's able to have the faster feet and take that step back.
Or that step forward.
Yep.
Absolutely. He impressed me with finding the range that he likes. He doesn't strike me as a young fighter. He seems seasoned beyond his years. Now we know why. Extensive amateur experience.
And what I like about him too is that he chooses to come forward, and he's not he will accidentally run into a few punches, but he chooses to put on a show and want to get a stoppage.
Both fighters called this a big opportunity. Wilmer Soto, 34 years old, also knows how important this fight would be for his career.
Justin picked up on it. Pay attention to the feet, the footwork, the mobility of Gomez. It's solid.
Yeah, he's, like I said, he's extremely athletic, and he's really great upper body mobility as well.
We've seen a lot of that. Soto backing Gomez up to the ropes, but Gomez showing off the defense, and Soto, even though he's throwing punches, not necessarily landing in those moments when he has Gomez with his back to the ropes.
Well, I asked him yesterday at the fighter meetings, how does he like the pro game compared to the amateur, and he says that he loves pro because he really gets to walk forward and try and show off that inside game. And you can see how tight those elbows are in that guard and the way he's able to block and roll with those shots.
That was gorgeous right there, backing up and staying defensively smart and then countering right there. You see there's a lot to like with this prospect, I think.
Gomez was on the back foot, landed the counter right, got the attention of Soto. And now looking to build upon that as they trade in the center of the ring. Less than 1 minute to go in the third round.
You can see when he's in that high guard, he keeps his eyes wide open on you, and he's reacting and trying to. He could mix in a little bit more feints as he continues to grow and kind of set up some more shots. But I'll tell you, he's got all the gifted tools.
He changes direction very well, backs up and then forward. That's mixing it up, and that makes it tough to fight him.
There's some quick left hands, right hands to the body by Gomez with less than 30 seconds to go in this third round.
And switching up stance, yeah, he's not easy to handle. And works inside from either stance.
Yep.
Yeah, what you said about athleticism and all that, you know your stuff for a baseball player.
Yeah, baseball players aren't quite as athletic as boxers. Little head control there.
I threw that in because people don't know. They said they heard sportsman and they're like, oh, it's boxing.
Oh.
Baseball too.
Yes,
Goosen
baseball.
family. Hello.
Goosen family. My uncle played in the major leagues, Greg Goosen, and then obviously Father Tom's a promoter, and my uncle Joe Goosen, a trainer.
Joe Goosen is a trainer. He is not with us tonight. Tom Brown is watching you tonight. He is the promoter. He is the PBC guy. He's very proud of you, I will say.
Yeah, he's busy over in Las Vegas on.
Yeah, he's watching you too, though.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at the Gomez corner here, getting instructions. We've seen Gomez open up more, go to the body more. And you see Soto there choosing to stand between rounds.
And what does that tell you? He's actually very tired. And this could be the last round. Counter logic in boxing a lot of the time, guys. You try to send a message.
Yeah.
Karabatia on the call, joined by Justin Goosen Brown and Michael Woods. We are coming to you live from Caribe Royale in Orlando, Florida. This is Boxlab Promotions, Night of Champions 11. Live on the zone. This is the first fight of our 5-fight card. It's been a good one so far. Roberto Gomez is in the green trunks. Wilmer Soto in the blue. And these guys are trading, and it does seem like Gomez has a couple skill advantages here, mainly size. We've seen some pop, some power, some defense. So Gomez is very comfortable here at Caribe Royale. Remember, he won his last 5 fights here.
Yeah, this is home to him, and he's, like I said, he's very aggressive. Now, maybe he's not too worried about what's coming back at him from Soto, but he does leave himself open for a few counters. But like I said, maybe he's okay with the power of Soto, and he's not too worried about it.
Tell you what, I want to throw in a little props here for the Boxlab crew. They have really been lifting up boxing in Florida. You mentioned this the other day. I don't want to steal your thunder, but we've been living it. I love to come here. Love the fights they put on here, 50-50 or 60-40. The matchmaking is excellent. So every time I've come here, the fights have delivered.
Yep, and Gomez landed a good straight left in there. But, yes, Amari Piedra has done a great job. This is probably one of the most active venues in the United States, and especially Florida, for high-level boxing. He's going to say that was behind the head. Let's see on this.
Take a look at that. Gomez landed a couple big left hands. Referee Massimo Montini is going to call that a shot behind the head. So
he didn't give him any extra break, though, did he? He's like, all right, get right back to work. It happened, but get right back to work. All right. Tough sport we're in.
Well, I'll tell you, see, Soto did this as well, I believe, in the Akhmadalia fight, where he will look for a way out when he kind of starts to feel it's not that way. I'm not saying it was. Some of those are going behind the head, but he is rolling into him. But the referee did not give him time. That was interesting.
1 minute to go in this round 4. And Michael, to your point, Boxlab Promotions, Amari Pedra here at Caribe Royale, it's become a little bit of a hotbed here for prospects. It's giving them a platform that they wouldn't normally have.
Work. It's the beautiful thing, and they're comfortable here. The fans are getting to know them.
And speaking of beautiful things, that was a beautiful uppercut from Gomez. It seemed like he jumped a little bit at that punch, but he landed
jumped into that
nicely.
one. He got it. It got a little bit of gloves, but there was a lot of thump on that one. He put his whole body in it.
Soto is presenting himself to be hit right now. He is tired a little bit, and he is there to be hit. He is coming forward, almost offering himself. I feel like the fight is changing a little bit and not in his favor.
Yeah, well, he can't really do what he wants to do, and he did land some good shots, and he sees that Gomez isn't affected by it, so he kind of sees the uphill battle he's facing right now. And yeah, Gomez is just doing everything he wants to do pretty much right now.
And that will bring us to the end of round 4, and we're talking about some of the battles that Soto's been in, over 42 professional fights, and that could lead to some of that scar tissue we talked about, the redness on the face. That's certainly not going to help, especially to the judges in terms of who's taking more damage as we close out round 4.
And especially not when Gomez keeps hitting him in there.
And we will take a look at some of the action from that previous round 4. What do you see here, guys?
Well, you see right there, he's in that southpaw stance, and he just shoots that straight left hand, and a little bit of a push down there. I wouldn't say it was behind the head, but he definitely pushed him down.
And there's that jumping left uppercut we spoke about.
Yeah, and it was caught on the gloves, but it was still a lot of force in the punch. But yeah, it's a good little. It just shows the different game that Gomez has. He has a lot of weapons to use.
Tell you what, Mr. Soto, if he doesn't get stopped, can turn to me and say, "Shut up, Woods, I told you." Not getting stopped is a win for him, shall we say. So 2 more rounds, and Gomez, can he finish him off or no?
We will find out. And I think the jumping that we just saw in that replay, I think that just speaks to the energetic nature and the intensity for Gomez, right? And realizing what this opportunity is. Remember, he said once he got the call for this fight to be on the zone, he said yes in 1 second, knowing how big of an opportunity it was. It didn't matter who it was against. It didn't matter what it was. He knew that, hey, I want to be on the zone platform. I want to make a mark. I want to build my fan base. And so I think that just shows his eagerness there, right? He really wants to get this guy. And I think to Michael Woods' point, he would like to get a spectacular knockout here, and he's obviously going to try, and Soto is there to be hit.
But he ain't being stupid about it at all, so props to him for that.
Yeah, and if he wants that knockout, it doesn't seem like he's going to hit him with that one-hitter quitter. He's probably going to just have to get him kind of buzzed and then finish with the final flurry where the ref is forced to wave it off. And, you know, he seems confident right now. He's more of a sniper. And
yes. I think he's still actually finding his power. I think he's a little bit young and not man strength, etc. I think his ceiling with his power could be higher than it is right now.
There was a quick left hook that got through for Gomez, got the attention of Soto, and now Gomez switching it up again. He's on the back foot, he's moving, and so now Soto playing the role of aggressor, or at least come forward fighter, not necessarily effective punching, but he is moving forward.
See, Gomez could fight like that and win like that and not take punishment and be a less exciting fighter.
Yes.
That would be a temptation.
Correct.
But he is an aggressor in his mind, so.
He landed a really good right uppercut in there, too.
Exactly. He's choosing to do things like this now. Push the intensity, push the action, looking for openings. And he's working different angles. And now Soto is going to take a knee here.
What was he complaining about there?
Looks like he's holding his back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's what Goosen said before.
Referee Massimo Montanini is going to
be interesting.
give him a count here. So that will be scored a knockdown here in round 5. But you could see Soto was complaining, holding his back.
Yeah, we'll see Gomez's killer instinct right now. There is blood in the water.
Right. There was a body shot again, Soto complaining, saying it was on the back. Already lost a point here. Here comes Roberto Gomez.
Yeah, he's targeting
lightning quick shots to the body. Left hand upstairs. The crowd on their feet. Gomez has Soto in his sights.
You know what I like about Gomez, too, is that for being, you know, very young, he's not allowing Soto to bully him at all when Soto is trying to do that in there. He is strong on the inside.
And what I said, I like his chill. Absolutely. I like that demeanor. Doesn't get ruffled at all.
Soto's glove touched the canvas, but that was ruled a slip. But remember, already one knockdown been scored. Left hand upstairs for Gomez. Trying to finish the job with a few seconds to go. Big right hand for Gomez at the bell. But damage done. That will be a 10-8 round for Roberto Gomez. Roberto Gomez confident in the corner.
I'm going to say, upon seeing several rounds now for Gomez, power is not A+ grade.
Let's take a look at some of Gomez's handiwork in round 5.
No,
he's not great.
Yeah,
okay.
he's got enough power to sting you. That one did did go a little bit low, but it was in the middle of a flurry, and yeah, he was dominant the whole round, and he did the work that he needed to do. Now the question is, can he put enough volume to get Soto out of here?
And here's the thing. Here's why I say still the upside on him. He can fight either way. He doesn't have to be that bomber. He's got the athletic skills for it.
This week, when we spoke to Gomez, he said, I want to box and brawl and make the adjustments. And guys, he's boxed, he's brawled, and he's made the adjustments.
Yep.
And this is the sixth and final round. Roberto Gomez in the green trunks. He's been dominant. He scored a knockdown last round. Wilmer Soto in the blue trunks. Karambati on the call, joined by Justin Goosenbrown and Michael Woods. This is our opening bout of our 5-fight card on the Zone Boxlab Promotions Night of Champions. And it's been a good fight. Gomez certainly in control. And I think the question here, guys, is can Gomez finish the job here and get that knockout that he's looking for?
Chances are lessened now. Wilmer Soto has made it to here, and he has hung in tough with some decent guys and stayed in there. So I give props to him. Tell you what is this? This is a great learning experience. This is getting reps for Gomez. This is a good opportunity for him to just get better.
Yep, and Soto knows that there's only 2 minutes left. He's got to make it through in this fight, and yeah, I mean, because Gomez got to work on a lot of different things tonight. He got to use his feet. He got to switch southpaw and righty a few different times and really try and work on that inside game versus a strong, rough guy.
Your family knows it, and you know it, Justin. Bringing up fighters methodically, patiently, appears to be what they do here at Boxlab.
Yeah, no, you need all that experience. You can't just kind of rush up to that top level without having enough tools in your tool bag, because everybody is talented once you kind of rise up those ranks.
Less than 90 seconds to go in the 6th and final round. And Michael, to your point, that's what we want to see from our young fighters. Boxlab Promotions is providing that, right? No matter what, this is good work that Soto is providing, Gomez. This is championship, preparing him for future championship fights, for future contender fights, right? And that's what Gomez wants. He wants to get that experience so he can get to those higher and higher levels in the sport, and that's what Soto is providing here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, we all know that knockouts sell tickets, but Soto's showboating like that sometimes. He's a fun fighter to watch. Even if he's not going to score the knockouts, he still is fun to watch.
Correct. He has fun in there. He's loose.
You see the head movement there for Gomez, bouncing around. He's got a little over 30 seconds to work in the final round, and here comes Gomez. Soto with his back to the corner.
Yo, if he doesn't stop Soto, I'm still going to give him a really high mark for this fight, but not an A+.
Yeah, you got to see the final bell, and he'll take that.
Yep.
Closing moments of this fight, 10 seconds to go. And there we see some of the kind of rough tactics we spoke about that sometimes happen to Soto in these fights. Gomez lifted him up, Soto went down. That is ruled a slip, but that will bring us to the end of our opening bout. And it was a dominant performance from that young man, Roberto Gomez, only 23 years old. And you see Wilmer Soto there. He provided good work. He had some moments early on, especially in round 1, but clearly the speed advantage and the power advantage were with the younger fighter in Gomez.
Yeah, because once Gomez was able to really feel that timing and get his eye, he had his eyes locked on him the whole time, and he was kind of adjusted to see what Soto was doing to him. But what I like about Gomez is that he never once, as Michael said, was flustered at all in this fight, especially versus, I mean, Soto had him in a few headlocks there, and you saw that at the end. He was very relaxed the whole time.
Unflappable. He is on my watch list.
Let's check out our punch of the match, brought to you by Puncher's Chance Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey. Let's take a look at it here, guys. Big right hand there from Gomez, left to the body.
Yeah. You could see that punch might have been a touch low, but that is when Soto is kind of bending over. But regardless, Gomez looked great tonight.
And we expect this to be a unanimous decision victory for Roberto Gomez. The scorecards are in the hand of Mark Fratto. That was a great opening bout. And let's get the official particulars. Let's throw it up to Mark Fratto.
All right, fight fans here in Orlando, let's make some noise for these two warriors going the distance all 6 rounds here in the center of the ring. We now go to the judges' scorecards, where David DeYoung, Efrain LeBron, and Shami Shipman each scored this contest 60-53. All 3 judges in favor of your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated. From Dade City, Florida, Roberto Rivera